The sun's out, so it's time to put your winter boots away and get your summer shoes out to play. And if you don't have any summer shoes or you're looking for a new pair or two, then this is the right video for you. If you like this video at any point, please feel free to drop it a like. And now that's all out the way, let's get into the summer shoes. So let's talk about deck shoes or boat shoes first, because why not? We've got to start somewhere. So boat shoes are really popping off right now. I'm seeing them everywhere online, and there's some nice pairs out there to choose from. The only downside to these shoes though is you do have to own a boat to wear them. I'm only joking, I hate boats and I'd wear a pair. Actually, I quite like a ferry, but this video isn't about boats. Let's get back to the shoes. But the first pair of deck shoes that I want to talk about is this pair from Aurelie. They're sleek and simple, and I don't think I can think of an outfit that wouldn't work with these. And by the way, you don't have to like the outfits the models are wearing with these shoes in the pictures. I think a lot of people get put off things if they're styled in a way that they wouldn't style them, so try and picture the shoes with what you'd wear. I'm not personally going to be wearing these with bright red shorts, but I can see them working well for me with a pair of smarter, more fitted black trousers, for example. For me personally, I go for the black pair with my style, but the lighter colours would work great in the summer, so I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. But if over £800 for a pair of shoes is too much for you, like it is for me, then Suit Supply do a great alternative for a fraction of the price. Actually, COS have a pair that look very similar, but for some reason they just look a little bit off to me. I actually prefer this pair from COS. I think they're a great looking shoe that would be easy to style, and if I was going to get a pair of deck shoes, I'd be leaning towards getting these. Paraboot are another brand that comes to mind for me when I think of deck shoes, and they're getting really popular right now. They've always been fairly popular, but even more so these days. They've got their bath shoe that comes in a load of different colours. They even come in a spicy burgundy colourway, so there should be a colour for everyone. They also have their mallow shoe or Marlow shoe, I'm not sure how to say it, but this one basically, which is similar to the bath with a chunkier lug sole, which some of you might prefer. And if you want something chunkier all over, they also have their shoes. The suede versions would make a great summer shoe, and they come in some great summer colours. I think I need some better describing words other than great, good and awesome, but I never claimed to be a wordsmith. But anyway, Doc Martens also have their Lowell shoe, which are another more chunky option. And if you like crocodiles, or hate them I guess, then the Croc version looks magnificent. Paraboot also have their Michael shoe, which is really popular right now, but they're not really a shoe for me personally. I think they do look great on others though, and maybe they'd look fantastic on you, so I thought I'd mention them. And if you don't know whether or not boat shoes are going to be for you or not, and you just want to test the waters, no pun intended, then Zara have a pair for around £60, so if you don't want to break the bank and you want to try them out, then you can try this pair first, and then maybe invest in something better quality further down the line. I'll leave links to everything in the description box, by the way. Oh, and also another shoe that has a similar vibe to the deck shoe that's perfect for the summer is the Clarks Wallaby. I've had a pair of these for a few years now, and although I don't wear them a lot, I'm still pleased to own them. Surprise, surprise, I picked these up in black because they work so much better with my wardrobe, but they come in a wide range of colours, and some are absolutely perfect for the summer. They're also surprisingly comfortable, which I was, well, surprised about when I first got them. But anyway, let's move away from the deck style shoes and talk about loafers next. So I want to talk about my current obsession, and it's HORSEBIT loafers. If you were watching my videos last year, then you probably would have heard me bang on about the 1953 HORSEBIT loafer from Gucci, but the price always put me off buying a pair. I was then looking at a pair from Carmina, which I still really want to try, but in the end I ended up with a pair from Russell & Bromley. Long story short, I did some work with Russell & Bromley over on Instagram, and as part of that work I got to choose a few pairs of shoes from the brand, and this pair was a no-brainer for me. These work so well with my wardrobe, and they're really comfortable to wear, and I want to wear them all the time at the moment. I think with the Gucci pair and the Carmina pair, I was worried about spending all that money and for the shoes to not really work for me. I'm really fussy with loafers, and I've bought so many pairs in the past that haven't worked for me. Luckily, HORSEBIT loafers seem to work for me, so I think I'll always have a pair in my rotation going forward. I've also got the Doc Marten Adrian loafers, which I know are a little bit played out now, but I still love them. They're really easy to wear casually, I find them really comfortable once you break them in, and I feel like they work with anyone's style, so I think they're always a good option to have in the wardrobe. I've also got the Solitaire TASSEL loafers, which I'd highly recommend as well. They are better quality than the Doc Martens pair, and more sleek, but it depends what you're going to wear them for. If you're interested in a comparison between the Doc Martens Adrian loafer and the Solitaire Tassel loafer, then I did a video all about it, which I'll leave a link to in the description box. I also don't think you can go wrong with a nice looking penny loafer, and most brands who make shoes make a pair these days, but I'll link some of my favourites in the description box. I personally like to wear them when I'm dressing up a bit rather than really casually, but you can wear them with anything. But yeah, I think this summer for me is going to be the year of the HORSEBIT loafer, and if you haven't tried a pair out yet, I'd highly recommend them. So let's talk about a lace up next that's an absolute classic that I don't think you can go wrong with, and it's the Solitaire Gibson shoe. I've always been a fan of these, but they're basically the same as the 1461s from Doc Martens, but the quality's better and the shape is nicer in my opinion. I just think they look a little bit less rounded than the 1461s, and they look sleeker because of that, and I prefer it. But I think anyone can wear these no matter what style you're into, and you can wear them all year round too, so they're always a tremendous buy. How are the new description words? I hope you're enjoying them. Let's talk about some slipper style shoes next. These are going to be all the rage in 2025. I think so anyway. And the first pair I want to talk about are the Lemaire pipe slippers. They're definitely an acquired taste, but to be honest, I think all men's leather shoes are. Anyway, I personally like these shoes with a more fitted and slightly cropped trouser for a more ninja kind of vibe, but I know most people like to wear them with wider fits, so each to their own. I got this pair from COS last year, and they're great to wear casually and for holidays, but you can easily dress them up as well. Aimé Leon Dore do these travel slippers that look really cool, and they come in some great colours, but the prices on them are absolutely ridiculous. Over £400 for a slipper shoe? No thank you. Bottereau and Aurelie have also got some really nice looking options, but it's the same thing with the prices. Suit Supply have a very sleek looking pair that look really nice and slightly more dressy, so if you want something smarter, then check these out. Also, Zara have some more affordable options, but even those aren't that affordable. I think brands are charging way too much for this style of shoe, but they are very easy to wear. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on these. I know they're not going to be for everyone, but I'm all for them. But let me know what you think. We can't have a summer shoe video without talking about sandals, so let's talk about some next. So when it comes to sandals, there's so many options out there, and a lot of them look weird. To be honest, even the nice ones look weird, but they're really useful to have in the hot weather. Obviously, we all know about the Birkenstock Arizonas by now, and of course you've got the Bostons, and they're both great options still. I've never been a huge fan of the shape of the Bostons though, and I think there's some nicer looking options out there. These Athens mules from Paraboot are a lovely looking pair, and they look a lot more sleek in my opinion. If they had a black pair, I'd be all over them, but I think these are some of the nicest looking mules that I've seen in this style. I also think the Clarks Trek mules look more interesting and nicer than the Bostons, but this is just personal preference. The Bostons are an absolute classic, so you can't go wrong with them. Doc Martens Isham mules also look great, and they're really easy to style, and they come in a load of different colours. Their Joseph sandals also make a great alternative to the Birkenstock Arizonas, so check those out if you haven't already. And if you want to go even more edgy, then you can check out the mules and sandals from Toga. They are pricey, but it depends how much you're willing to spend on this type of shoe. Another style of sandal that's going to be hot this year though, in my opinion, is the fisherman sandal. Now these do look odd, but the great thing about them is you can dress them up, so they're not only great for the day, but they're perfect for the summer evenings too. So many brands are doing some versions of these too, but some great quality options are going to be from Paraboot or Grenson. This pair from A Kind of Guys look interesting. They come in black and brown, and they give off a smarter look. So if you want a smarter option, then check these out. Actually, COS have got one of the nicest looking pairs that I've seen in this chocolate brown colorway, but they are almost sold out. So if you like the look of these, don't hesitate on them. Suit Supply also do some clean looking pairs that are similar to the COS pair, so if the COS pair are sold out, then have a look at Suit Supply. This style of shoe is not one that I'm going to be wearing personally because they don't really fit my style, but if you love them, they're a great option for the summer. You could even wear them with some fancy socks like this young man's decided to do. Well, he could be any age man, he might be an old man. I can only see his legs, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But if sneakers are more your thing, then check out the video that's next to my head on one of the sides right now. But I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please do leave it a like. Please, I'm begging you. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, I will see you later.